welcome back to 7 News Now. I'm Teresa Marchetta. Earlier, we were telling you about that emergency vote on Capitol Hill to fund the Cash for Clunkers program. It's just the latest hiccup in a plan that's been riddled with frustration and confusion. 7 News reporter Jason Luber is looking into the plan and the latest sales numbers. And Jason, despite the problems, so far at least, it looks like it's a success.
Yeah, huge success. Here's a family right here is going to go on a test drive right now as they're leaving the lot here. The early estimates from the Colorado Automobile Dealers Association shows that they've already sold 4,500 cars in a week thanks to this program, and more expected now that program is going to be extended. So more of these cars are going to be driving off the lot, just like that family here. Nationwide, the estimate is over 200,000 vehicles heading out of these lots, all thanks to a very successful but problematic Cash for Clunkers program. The showroom is full of happy buyers, and the cars, more than 60 here at Ralph Schomp Honda, have driven right off the lot this week.
I think now we're probably another 10 or 15 more than that, but we're going to do about 25 more Hondas today.
The Cash for Clunkers program is getting buyers in the door, but is it helping Detroit automakers? I checked with numerous dealers around Denver, and I discovered there are more sales of foreign cars over domestic ones. I asked one dealer why.
With Honda and Mini Cooper here at Ralph Schomp, we have the higher fuel-efficient cars, so we're seeing a lot of people taking advantage of that. So I think that you'll see most of the import dealers selling more because they have more fuel-efficient cars.
Even if money isn't driving into Motown, according to the Colorado Auto Dealers Association, the nation, and more importantly Colorado, is benefiting from the thousands of new car sales just this week alone. In fact, some of the rural dealerships are getting a huge boost from this. I talked to some of the ones out in the Eastern Plains. The Lyman Chrysler Jeep dealership out there sold 5 cars they normally wouldn't have sold because they typically sell those big turbo diesel trucks out there. Universally, all the dealerships told me the paperwork has been a nightmare for them, rivaling filling out an income tax form at the worst years, as well as they're all worried whether they're going to get their money from the government and when they're going to get it, Teresa.
Yeah, and you know, Jason, that's something we've got to talk about because there's supposed to be an environmental component to all this. Better fuel efficiency and getting those cars off the road. And these dealers are saying, hey, we're hanging on to these clunkers until we get our money. Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of the whole program?
Well, you know, I asked him about that because I thought the same thing. Now, the dealership, at least here, told me that they have 48 hours in which to disable the engine. They pour this liquid in the engine that completely disables it. They just run it for about 3 or 4 minutes and it disables the engine. And then the rest of the car is sold to these junkyards and it can be parted out so they can use the tires and the seats and all the other things that are part of a car. So those cars can't be used anymore, Teresa. That's the environmental impact there, that they're trying to get these cars that are less fuel efficient, burning more gas, and replace them with these that are getting much higher gas mileage.
Well, who's checking to see if they're pouring it in?
Yeah.
That's going to be our next task for sure, Jason. We'll have to stay on top of it. Thank you so much. The space shuttle